What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Eilis, I'm an e-bike reviewer, and boy do I have an electric bike to review for you today. Behind me I have a new e-bike from Fiido. Now if you are familiar with that brand, you'll know that they've been around for a while, and in that time they have amassed quite an array of different e-bikes to be able to purchase. They do cargo bikes, they do carbon bikes, folding bikes, mini e-bikes, tourer electric bikes, but today I have behind me a city e-bike. This is the C11 Pro. It is an upgraded version from their original C11, which was apparently their bestseller back in 2024. Now today I'm going to be doing a full review of this bike. I'm going to be telling you exactly what you're going to be expecting if you were to buy one of these. I'm going to tell you how easy it is to build. I'm going to show you how it feels to ride, tell you all the information in spec. I'm going to give you some real world range results as well, test it on some hills. That is all to come. But first up, seeing as this is an upgrade from their original C11, let's talk a little bit more about the two and what the differences are. With a jump in price, you'll want to know what's new. Well, firstly, you get a claimed range of up to 65 miles on one charge, which is a 16% increase in battery size compared to the original C11. I'll be testing the real-world range myself, so keep your eyes peeled for that. They've also upgraded the drivetrain with a new motor and highly responsive torque sensor, meaning a natural and more powerful riding experience, which I'll talk a bit more about on that later. They've upgraded the hydraulic brakes and made the bike more durable to be more suited to all-weather riding, and to top it off, they've also updated the styling with a brown velo saddle and matching handlebars. The bike itself is a step-through design built for commuters and urban adventurers alike. Mudguards, a bell, rear rack and inbuilt front and rear brake light all come included. Front suspension with 40mm of travel offers a cushioned ride with CST Kender 700 by 40C tyres to keep you moving. The 250-watt motor can deliver up to 55 Nm of torque, plus a torque sensor with a technology that they claim has non-contact technology that can analyse pedal pressure within 0.01 of a second. So when the light turns green, you'll be zooming off almost instantly. The battery is removable and can deliver an impressive claimed range, and once you need to recharge, it will take 5 hours to do so. You also get 7 gears, plus hydraulic brakes and a colour HD display. The bike itself weighs a total of 24.5 kilograms and can take a max payload of 120 kilograms with a rider height of 5'1" to 6'5". If you want a laugh, then keep watching, because I'm going to show you how and if I managed to build this bike on my own. I'm not particularly DIY savvy, my bike building skills are improving, but the first hurdle is getting the bike out of the box. It weighs 24.5 kilograms, so it's not particularly light. With the accessories kit, don't do what I did and rip off your skin from the crisply cut cardboard edge, because that really hurt. Inside you've got everything you need, an instruction manual for your build, the charger, keys for the removable battery, and all the tools you need to build your bike. Fiido also have a build instruction video, which I much prefer. Here's the link in the top right of the screen if you do need that. But overall, it was a very simple build, and after a few screws loosened and tightened, we're up and running. Before I jump on the bike, I just want to show you a quick few things that I think are definitely worth noting. So first and foremost, we have a step-through frame. I'm sure I probably mentioned that earlier. However, just shows it's so easy to get on and off the bike. Bloop. Don't need to kick my legs or anything. Back here, we've got a lovely pannier rack where I'm able to put my pannier bag. So I've got all my equipment in here, which is great because it means that I don't have to be carrying anything on my back, and the more free I am, the better of a review that I can do. Can't speak properly though, because it is freezing at the moment, so just bear with me in my get up. Coming over to the handlebars as well, you can see here you've got your gears, there's 7-speed, your brakes of course, which are hydraulic. You have the gear levers here, which you can switch up. And this here is a throttle, so you are able to use this if you are in a country that allows throttles on their bike. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to or isn't able to pedal, then this is a lovely feature to have. Got a bell, which I fitted on my building section. You've also got a bell built into the screen here. That's quite loud actually, people are going to hear that. You've got your on-off button for the LCD display. You can see here it's lovely and bright. You've got all the information you need. You've got the battery, you've got your speedometer. And this middle button here is where you're able to change up to different assists. So you've got no assist, eco, sport, which I usually use, and turbo if you need a bit of extra power. M is where you can get even more information. So you can see I've been riding for 28 minutes, my speed, 10 miles per hour. I've got your odometer as well. So lots of great information, really easy to access, really simple to use. So I think any beginner novice rider is going to have no problem with this setup. But also just one more thing I want to know, it is, how nice is this paint? It like shimmers even when it's a cloudy day. It's this gorgeous like emerald colour, it just sparkles. I think it's such a lovely touch. Makes it look really classy, you know, for a classy girl like me. Anyway, should we get riding? All right, well, first and foremost, let's do a nice standing start from sport mode, just to show you how zippy this bike can be. I've been riding this bike for a while now, and yeah, it's overall positive. Here we go. And just like that, I'm straight up to 15.5. Nice and speedy. Now, you might hear a bit of noise coming from the front wheel. That is not anything to do with Fiido. That is absolutely my fault. I might have fitted the mudguard on not very well, so that is my problem, not the bike's problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Let's talk a little bit more about the C11 Pro. So the whole reason that this bike came to be was essentially customers had ridden the original and they had requested a more responsive pedal sensor. So they fitted on this pedal sensor, which is torque, which means that when you push more weight through your feet, the bike responds to that weight, to that push, and it gives you more assistance. But Fiido have claimed that this sensor that they put in can detect push at 0.01 seconds. So basically it's able to anticipate when the bike is going to be pedaled. So that's really fascinating. Now I have to say, it definitely is responsive. I don't know if I can quite say it's 0.01 second because that's impossible for me to measure, but it is a really lovely feel. And it's just been a great bike to ride around, actually. I've been using this for my commutes. I mean, even on a cold day like today, it's literally 0 degrees at the moment. It's just very enjoyable to ride. And you're able to switch up those modes as well, whether you want to be in eco, where you want to have a bit more of a workout, which I actually like to do when it's cold, because it means that I'm using more energy, which keeps me warmer. Sport mode, which I am generally in, it's just lovely to ride with. It makes the bike feel so weightless, so effortless. And turbo mode, it's for when you really want that extra assist, whether you really want to get off at the traffic lights, whether you really want some extra assistance up a hill. And actually, I will be doing a hill test shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But there's a lot of great things to say about this bike. Mudguards come included, so you don't have to worry about the UK weather getting in the way, aka puddles. The front suspension on the bike makes it feel really comfortable, and it means that you can actually go off-road, you can go on trails as well. The bike is able to handle that too. The larger wheels just means that it feels really balanced and you feel really safe and secure. You don't feel wobbly at all on this bike. So again, if you are a novice beginner rider, this is a really great option because it just really makes you feel planted to the floor. The saddle on this bike is also really comfortable. Again, I'm seeing a nice surge of e-bikes recently that I've been riding where the saddle is actually comfortable to ride. I think e-bike manufacturers are really listening to that and taking that on board, because it's really annoying when you spend, you know, over £1,000 on a bike and then you've got to go and buy a saddle. Bit silly, but yeah, I wouldn't change the saddle, it's very comfortable. This bike comes with a rear hub motor as well, which works great. When I've been taking on a few inclines, I've been able to get up them quite nicely, but again, I'll show you that in action soon. It also just means that the delivery of power is coming from the back, so it feels like you're being pushed along, you're not being pulled along, which just makes it feel like a really natural feel of ride. But actually, whilst I'm here, let me quickly show you my 0 to 15.5 test with each of the different modes, because it's a really interesting one. This is in turbo mode. Pedal. That's up there pretty quick. I'm pushing through with my legs now. Let's try again. This time in sport. Go. Not much of a difference. Still pretty strong. And then into eco. Eco mode. Okay, it's a bit longer. Hi everyone, I hope you're finding this video useful. I just want to quickly say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all viewers and subscribers for following me along on my journey here at Electroheads for the past few years. And when I first started, I never even dreamed that we'd get to 100,000 subscribers, let alone win awards for these reviews. Electroheads is fully independent, so we couldn't keep doing what we're doing without the support of you guys at home. So if you have been watching for a while, then please do consider becoming a member. What will you get for that? Well, you'll be able to get first exclusive access to videos when they come out, and you'll also be able to get a call out at the end of each video. You can also support us by going over to the Electroheads website. Just Google Electroheads and you'll be able to find loads of really great guides and reviews on electric bikes, cars, scooters. And finally, if you haven't yet subscribed, then please hit that subscribe button. It really would mean a lot if you did that right now. And it means that I can continue living my dream, creating content on sustainable mobility and sharing all the fun and adventures that I get up to. All right, back to the video. All right, you lot, it's time for the hill test. So, before I actually do that, I just want to let you know that I have been recording some side quests today for my Instagram and TikTok if you would like to check those out. It's at Eilis Barrett. Basically, I've been showing you guys how I layer up for winter riding and filming and how I stay warm as well. So if that's interesting, then definitely go check that out. But also, if you are enjoying this video, then make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. Right, let's do this hill test. And I've got it in sport mode. I'm just gonna line up now. I'm at my classic hill I like to do my tests on, and I'm going to slow down a little bit so you can see a proper start. Okay, I'm on like 0 miles per hour. Let's go. So I'm pushing through the pedals. That torque sensor is picking up the fact that I want the motor to kick into gear, and it's giving me a nice bit of assist. I mean, I'm up to 13.5 miles per hour now. It feels really effortless. This bike is 24.5 kilograms, but it really doesn't feel it with the assist. I mean, listen, I'm not even out of breath. I'm able to get up to, 13.5 really easily. If I wanted to push even harder, I could. And we're at the top. Very easy, easy peasy, peasy, squeezy. Have I lost my mind? Maybe I have a little bit. Right, I'll just turn around and we can check out the brakes as well. But yeah, the bike's done really well with the hill. Really nice, and the fact that it's a torque sensor as well, it can actually make going up a hill a little bit harder to get assist, because obviously you need to push harder to get more power, but you don't really have a problem with this bike. It just feels really lightweight. Now I'm squeezing on the brakes. I would say they're a little less sharper than what I'm used to. It's not really a problem, you just need to get used to it. I'm used to it now, but I remember when I first rode it, I was like, oh, I've really got to squeeze the brakes hard to get it to a full stop on a hill. Okay, we're at the bottom, nice and easy. I'm actually going to put this bike into turbo mode now, just to show you if there is a difference. So turbo mode should mean that this bike is giving me everything it's got. And let's go. So I'm pushing down the pedals. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I'm not even pushing as much, and it's giving me loads of power. I'm up to 15.5 miles per hour actually. Okay, turbo mode is really giving it. Effortless. Absolutely gliding up this hill. Oh, that is wonderful. That is lovely. So overall, that's a big thumbs up from me. Well done, Fiido. That motor, the torque sensor, work really nicely together. This is a great little bike, I have to say. All right, let's talk real world range. The results are in. Now, if you look on the Fiido website, on the listing of the C11 Pro, you're gonna see that they've gone into detail of the differing range you'll get depending on the sys that you're in, which is great. So 90% of the time I was riding in sport mode. I would say maybe I was using boosts at some points, like with the hills, and maybe I'd switch down to eco accidentally, but overall I would be in sport mode. And according to their stats, I could have gotten up to 87.4 kilometers or 54 miles of range on one charge in sport mode specifically. The small print says that this is with an 80 kilogram rider riding at 27 degrees Celsius on flat roads. My conditions were very different. It's been a cold snap here in the UK, it's January, it's chilly, it's about 0 to 2 degrees Celsius at the moment, so very different temperatures. I also weigh 66 kilograms rather than the 80 kilograms of their rider, and they've also got completely flat terrain, whereas for me, I have had some inclines as well. So whereas they've had quite an optimal condition, I have not. And overall, I've gotten a total of 32 miles of range. Now, there is quite a difference in terms of what Fiido claim and what I've gotten, but you have to remember that with lithium-ion batteries, they don't perform as well in colder temperatures. So I do find in the winter months, I get less range with an e-bike compared to the summer months, so do keep that in mind. I think in the summer, I'd be confident to say that I'd probably get more around 40 miles, maybe 45 miles of range on one charge in the warmer months. So It's not quite the 54 miles that Fiido are claiming, but it's not terribly far off either if you take the temperatures into consideration. Final thoughts, well, the C11 Pro, there's definitely been some upgrades from the C11, as you can see from the test. It is a lovely, fluid, responsive electric bike. It's got lots of lovely extras as well, depending on what kind of rider you are, whether you are an urban commuter, whether you're a weekend adventurer, whether you're somebody that just needs an electric device to get you around without putting too much effort into it, or maybe you are a bit of a fitness enthusiast that wants to ride in that eco mode and really slam it in terms of using that power and those pedals being able to respond to exactly how much push that you want from the bike. It's very responsive, it's intuitive. There's a lot going for this electric bike here. I'm really pleased with the results actually. And you have to remember as well, I know a lot of you will be like, well, Fiido, like, what's their customer service like? Well, if you look on their Trustpilot, there's a good rating there from thousands of customers, so that does give you peace of mind. If you do have a Fiido product, let us know how you found it down in the comments below. If you do have a C11 Pro, I would love to hear your thoughts about the bike as well. How has it helped you? What is your use case? But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope it's been helpful. If you have found it at all useful, then please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well if you're new here for more electric bike news and reviews. Thank you, Fiido, for sending this bike to me. It's been a real pleasure to ride and review it, and I'm looking forward to trying out the next one and seeing you all very soon. Ciao!